Before we start today's video, once again, I must promote another election night stream. That is right, folks. This Tuesday, June 28th at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the election night stream, aka Super Tuesday 4, will commence. We have a lot of big primaries, Illinois, New York, etc. And well, folks, I want everybody to tune in. So if you can, first link in the description down below, click it, you will be sent to the live stream. As usual, click that reminder button so the second the live stream starts, you get notified when it starts. Hope everybody tunes in, of course, share with your friends, all that good stuff, and yeah. Alright, folks, let's get right into the video. What is up, people, the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with the new video, and today, it is time that we discuss the voter's guide to congressional races on Super Tuesday 4. That is right, folks. We're going to go over all the main congressional races happening this Tuesday because, boy, there are a lot of main ones. I'm not going to discuss every single one of them. I'm talking about ones that have serious implications, whether it's for the Republican Party or a couple Democrat races. Also give my predictions on some of these races because there are definitely some intriguing races here. Now, before I forget, of course, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash that like button down below, subscribe, share with friends, hit that little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, also just like the intro said, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the election night stream begins tomorrow, Tuesday, June 28th, of course. First link in the description down below will send you to the election night stream. You know what to do. Share with all your friends. I want as many people there as possible. Also, click the reminder button so the second the stream starts, you get notified. Alright, folks. This is going to be a longer video. There's going to be some predictions, alright? It's not going to be just me saying who's the best candidate or anything like that. It's going to have some predictions. But the majority of these are, races I would say that are important and who I would support and kind of some details about them because there are some fascinating races tomorrow. Let's just not ignore that because boy, oh boy, there are very interesting races tomorrow. And I hope that, all the candidates I want to win, hopefully they all do win. That would be kind of based if they do. But yeah. So let's get into it, folks. We're going to go in alphabetical order by state. We're going to start in Colorado because there are three House races that I would say there are some intriguing races here. So the first one, of course, this is the big one in my opinion, District 3. This is, of course, Boebert's district. She has I guess you could say, a semi-serious challenger. Now, there's a lot of allegations that came out about Boebert past couple of days that turned out to be total bullshit. Total bullshit, and well, she may be taking legal action because it was flat out lies about her, like claiming that she was essentially a prostitute online and that, she had like 6 abortions or something like that. So she seemed to have a serious challenger. I don't see it. Like, this is a seat that became more Republican, and while Boebert won as an underdog, alright? Now she's the favorite. I don't think she's going to lose this race. I really don't. If she does, I would be stunned. Now, I know she is an overrated Republican. I mean, sue me. My opinion is she is an overrated Republican. Alright, that's just my opinion, but she still is good. As for the other clown, Coram, I think that's how you say his name, not so good, not so good. He has some bad hombres supporting him. But I think Boebert easily wins this race, probably by like 12, 13 points, probably. Now, if we see what we saw in Mississippi, who knows? But I do think Boebert easily wins this race, barring some magical things happening, which I highly doubt seeing. So that's that for District 3. That's kind of it. I mean, whoever wins the nomination for Republicans, they're going to win that race no matter what. So now it's time that we go to the second race in Colorado. This is District 7. Now, this is a seat that is going to be hard for Republicans to flip. It is a, kind of Democrat seat. It went to Biden by like 14 points. But if I had to choose a candidate in this race, I would have to support Laurel Eimer. In my opinion, she's the best candidate in this race. Has some good people supporting her. Of course, the one, the only, Tom Tancredo. Don't know who he is. In my opinion, he was the Giga Chad of Colorado before it was based to be a Giga Chad. I mean, this guy was a hawk on immigration. Well, usually he supports people that are hawks on immigration. And well, he supports Laurel Eimer. I think I'm saying the name correctly. Hopefully I'm not butchering that name. But she also has some good people. Kelly Ward, John Eastman, etc. She has good endorsements. Well, I wouldn't say Eastman, but still. I mean, you have the former sheriff of Maricopa County, which I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I always butcher. I don't want to disrespect that Chad. But there are good endorsements here for Eimer. Hopefully she wins. Will she? Who knows? But I think she's the best candidate here. I don't know who's going to win because there's not really enough data. I don't know enough about this district. But hopefully Eimer does end up winning because that's a good sign if you're endorsed by Tancredo. That guy's a Chad, especially on immigration. So that is a good sign. But District 8, though, I think that this is another race where I think it's kind of decided already. Lori Sain. That's the main front runner. She's the one that's going to win this race, essentially. Has all the endorsements of state senators, state representatives, etc. And, of course, has the endorsements of Tancredo. Again, go look up Tancredo. He is a Chad on the issues. I mean, he was a hawk on immigration before it was cool to be. So this is a district that whoever the Republicans run, they're probably going to win. It's that cursed toss-up seat in Colorado that's trending Republican. It's very weird. So hopefully Republicans do pick the right candidate. I think Lori Sain is the best candidate here. The best endorsements, more local endorsements, and of course, the one, the only. So this, in my opinion, is that for Colorado. Really, there's not really Democrat races to watch. I mean, there may be one. But it's not like Illinois, which, boy, oh boy, Illinois has a couple doozies. Now, I basically never talked about Democrat races before because they're not interesting. They basically never happen. Well, we finally have a race that is a complete shit show. You have two incumbent Democrats fighting each other to the death. Sean Casten and Mary Newman. Who's gonna win? Who frickin' knows? But I do think this district is a bit more of Newman's district. So I think she has a better shot of winning. So I don't know. But for the Republicans, it appears that Pacquiao, I think that's say the person's name, Keith Pacquiao. I think that's how you say his name. Hopefully I'm not butchering it. Appears to be the front runner in this race, has the most support. It seems like the most name recognition. Again, hopefully I'm not butchering that name. Again, I am horrible with names. I don't know why, but I am just not good at some names, some last names. I don't know why. They just don't go so well, all right? But overall, this is a race that, the more interesting race, of course, the incumbent v. incumbent. So I think Newman has the advantage here because it is more of her district. Hopefully, something weird happens and, this random dude, Charles Hughes, somehow wins. That would be funny. But I do think overall, this is kind of one of those races that we finally discussed that's a Democrat race. I want chaos. That is all I want in this race. But there also is another Democrat race that makes my brain fry. You, of course, got incumbent Danny Davis of District 7. You know what I'm about to say. It is somebody that was an open part of the Democrat Socialists of America, and Danny Davis. That's essentially he is. He's an open social. Well, I would say an open. Well, is he? He was part of the Democrat Socialists of America, so I would say he is. Versus Keena Collins, who has funding from the Justice Dems. This is an extremely cursed race. That is all I'm going to say. I mean, you got somebody trying to run farther to the left to somebody that's essentially an open socialist. To an extent, it's cursed. And Danny Davis did get Biden's endorsement, but it seems like Biden's endorsements don't go so well. And apparently the guy's running a terrible campaign. I would laugh if the Justice Dems, ran somebody to the right of this dude and won. That would be hilarious, but I don't know. I really don't know enough about the candidates, but all I know is Danny Davis. He was part of the Socialists of America. Not good at all. And of course, this is a safe Democrat seat, so there's nothing Republicans could do. But there are a couple Republican races to watch. First one, of course, is in Illinois 13th. The only good one's Reagan. That's the only good one. I mean, the other clowns are endorsed by Kissing Ass and Shimkus, the schmuck. One of those big rhinos that nobody talks about anymore because, well, he's gone. He was an awful Republican. So it's a matter of who's the best. It appears to be Reagan. Hopefully Reagan wins, because the other guys, you're endorsed by Kissing Ass and the schmuck. That's not a good combination. So hopefully Reagan does win. I don't want a Kinzinger 2.0. Dear God, no. So yeah, that's that for District 13, but the big one everybody's talking about, of course, is District 15. You know, I gotta say this. I think Mary Miller has this race kind of won. The rally a couple days ago sealed it for her. Plus, you had Darren Bailey barnstorming for her. Donald Trump endorsed her. Ted Cruz endorsed her. Everybody's endorsing her. And sure, she had a slip up at the rally. Okay, this is a 90% white seat. That's Trump plus 43. I don't think they're going to really care about that one mistake. And well, Mary Miller is running a phenomenal campaign overall. And you look at Rodney Davis. I mean, you look at his endorsements. I mean, Kevin McCarthy, LaHood. It's like, really? The schmuck, he's back. The Chamber of Commerce, again. Club for Growth is decent endorsements, all right? Sure, I disagree with them on some things, but when they endorse somebody, tends to be good. Chamber of Commerce, not so much. So, Mary Miller, I think, has this race kind of won. I think she gets around 56, 57% of the vote. Again, I could be off by a couple points or so, because, again, congressional races, way harder to predict, but I do think she ends up winning. The Trump rally, I think, sealed it for her. A lot of people there. There's a ton of people. And again, Rodney Davis, I mean, he's a scumbag running a terrible campaign. I mean, attacking Mary Miller for having 2 kids with Down syndrome, I think it is. It's like, what? What is wrong with this guy? So hopefully Rodney Davis goes bye-bye. I think he will, honestly. But that's that for Illinois. Hopefully Mary Miller wins, because Rodney Davis, that guy's a scumbag. He sucks. But that's that for Illinois. But we still got a couple more states that do have congressional races. Of course, Mississippi. This is, I think, the race of the night, in my opinion. Mississippi 3rd. We're going to see where Republican Party's at right now. This is between the America First Giga Chad, Michael Cassidy. Again, they screwed up the numbers on Wiki. Cassidy got the most votes from last time I checked. So he has the advantage here. Cassidy, of course, has a lot of controversies because he supports pro-family policies. It's a bunch of bullshit. But I do think Cassidy ends up winning by a point. I think he gets like 50.5% of the vote. Cassidy does. The reason I say that is usually when incumbents get into runoffs that are very close, they lose. They don't tend to win. And Cassidy's been running a good campaign. Guest has been out of touch. I mean, attacking him for wanting to give families money, it's like, dude, you're so out of touch. But the only thing is the other clown did endorse Guest, Thomas Griffin. Is that Griffin? Yeah, Griffin, which is like, why? Apparently he endorsed him, but I don't think that's going to change much. I do think that Cassidy does end up winning. This is a more MAGA environment because runoffs, that tends to be what it is. Very MAGA, or very Trumpy. So I think Cassidy ends up winning at the end. Now, for Mississippi 4th, can I just say Palazzo's dead? He's done. He's not going to win this race. I don't think I got to say much. For an incumbent, he got 31% of the vote. That's bad. Mike Ezell's going to win easily. Sure, there's some questions about him, but he is going to join the Freedom Caucus, and I hopefully has a good voting record because Palazzo, not so good. And I don't think Trump's going to do anything weird like endorse him. I think Ezell has this handily won. I mean, Palazzo is going to be lucky to get above 42% of the vote. That's how screwed this guy is. So yeah, Ezell's going to win easily, which will be a big W. Now, the final congressional races, of course, are in Utah. There are two of them that everybody should pay attention to. District 1 and District 3. Of course, District 1 has the one, the only, Andrew Badger. Phenomenal on the issues, and I fully endorse him. He actually follows me on Twitter, which is a big W. But, this is the but. I think he seriously is going to win this race. Now, you look here, look at the convention, all right? I know they tend to be a bit more, conservative, I guess, whatever that means. This is a Trump-like 20 seat. It's like, okay, whoopee-doo. It's going to be the similar environment. And while Andrew Badger almost got 60% of the convention vote, 60, and sure, this is the most Trumpy part of the, Republican Party. They're hardcore people. But either way, this is a very Trump district. So, that usually translates well. And while Blake Moore only won in 2020 because of a split in the vote, that's why that clown won. And sure, this poll has Blake Moore at 52%. It was done by a sample size of 200 people, and well, it took like 3 weeks just to conduct it. Yeah, I don't care. I really do not care what this poll says. I think Blake Moore is in serious trouble. Hopefully he loses. I think he has a serious shot of losing. Badger, hopefully you win, because Blake Moore is not good. Now, District 3, this is another one, all right? John Curtis, he's another rhino. He may be in trouble against Chris Harold. I think Curtis may lose this race, kind of like Moore is. Now, Curtis isn't as bad as Moore, I believe. I think that one of them is worse than the other. One of them's like, I'm not actually pro-life, I just do it politically. It's like, bruh. So, if we can just get rid of one of them, I'll take it. But getting rid of both of them, I'll take it also. And look at this. John Curtis, for an incumbent, got less than 50% at the state convention. Again, that's usually a death sentence from what we've seen in the past. If you're an incumbent and struggling there, good luck. So, hopefully, John Curtis does end up losing. He's not that good. And, yeah. Anyways, folks, that's that for the, I guess you could say, the Congressional Guide for Super Tuesday 4. Yeah, there's other races, but these were the main ones to discuss. If you did enjoy this video, which I hope you did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And, yeah. Also, folks, reminder, I'll be having another video today talking about all the other statewide races, including the New York governorship. But yeah, folks, we'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.